You are Locked On Phillies Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Philadelphia, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
So welcome into the program. My name is Mark Farzetta. This is your Locked On Phillies postcast here on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Great to have you along for the ride. This episode in particular is brought to you by Prize Picks, the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnMLB. Make sure you use all lowercase. That's Locked On MLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Before we get started, make sure you guys make sure you guys subscribe to the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel for all your postcast needs when it comes to your Philadelphia Phillies. I think I can sum up that game with, well, that sucked. Last night I told you a story during the triple play of my son, 2 years old, potty training right now, he pooped on the floor. Tonight, the Phillies offense pooped in the bed. So that's what they did tonight. Not great, obviously. A 4-hit evening. Bryce Harper coming up with half your offense with two of the Phillies' 4 hits. Another one was a little dink by who was it there? Whit Merrifield, and then another one there was a dying grounder to third by Kyle Schwarber. And other than that, the Phillies worked a walk. That was cool. And then the Bryce Harper home run when it was way too little, way too late for this Phillies offense. Not what you want to show off to the rest of the league, certainly when you talk about what this Phillies offense is capable of. Ranger Suarez goes into this lefty versus lefty matchup, hoping to be able to outshine Skubal, and it was Skubal doing the outshining of Suarez, where Suarez had the one really bad inning with no help behind him. Skubal was able to go throughout the ballgame tonight through 7 innings of scoreless baseball, striking out 7, allowing just 4 base runners in total, 5 base runners in total, including hitting Trea Turner. He did not allow a thing to the Phillies in this game. He was the star left-hander tonight, unfortunately, as he was, unfortunately, one big inning better than Ranger Suarez, and he did it for 7 strong versus Rangers 6 innings, where they really got to him in the 5th. So let's get into it with 3 big things. Number 1, Trea Turner, are you okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm going to get to Ranger Suarez here, and Ranger Suarez is number 2. Spoiler, he's number 2. But number 1, is Trea Turner okay? I'm talking about mainly the hamstring above all else. Is he okay? Turner gets hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. There's 2 outs in the game. This is after Rafeal Marchan lined out to a great play, actually, diving play. His defense was behind him tonight, Skubal. Rafeal Marchan lines one up the middle. He gets robbed there by Ibanez, the one that he almost dropped, but he did catch. But anyway, in the 3rd inning there, so that starts it off with an out. Then Kyle Schwarber strikes out at 101-mile-per-hour fastball away. That was sick. That was nasty. So 2 outs in the inning. Turner gets hit in the, it looked like the right wrist, okay? He takes first base. He's on first base. Bryce Harper steps up to the plate and puts a liner in the gap for a double. Now, Green did make a great play going over to cut that ball off, so I don't think Trea Turner scores on this play either way, but I'm watching him run, and this became an issue in that I want to say it was the Arizona series in Philly last week or over the weekend, where it looked like Dusty Wathan was holding Trea Turner up, or maybe it was a week ago, holding Trea Turner up, not exhausting him, not being cautious with the hamstring. And I'm watching Trea Turner round second base, and I'm going, Trea Turner's a lot faster than that. Is he okay? Now, at this part of the game, it's still 0-0. It's scoreless. And Bryce Harper, I thought if he's hitting a double and you have Trea Turner on first, he's going to score on that play. He did not. I think he would have been out if they threw home, or if he went home, he would have been out. I think even if he was busting it around, but we'll never know. It was an interesting play. My main point is he did not look like Trea Turner. That's the main takeaway from that play. Regardless of whether or not he would have been safe or out, I think there at least would have been a close play at the plate. But if he's not busting it around second base, what's going on? Did he not expect to be sent home? Did he think the ball was going to get cut off anyway and didn't even think it was worthy of turning on the Jets? Was he being super cautious? Was Dusty Wathan being super cautious? Because it just looked like Trea Turner was watching the ball in the gap, and that was that, and not necessarily with 2 outs busting it around second. Now, this is not an argument for whether or not Trea Turner is hustling. This is not a decree of Trea Turner being some lazy bum or anything like that. Is he okay? Because it's now more than one occasion I've seen him since coming back from the hamstring injury where he looks like he might be going about it a little gingerly, to say the least. So that was an interesting situation. This is also after getting hit. It looked like he was fine. And then I'll also say this. In that big 5th inning, Malloy gets the single. Rogers gets the single to left. Kreidler goes up and gets the infield single to shortstop. Trea Turner could have at least gotten that play to third to get the force, to get the lead runner. He did not get – he got to the baseball, let it go off the heel of his mitt. I don't know if it was a simple case like we talk about all the time, like in football, a guy runs before he has the catch, before he secures it. He's already thinking about what he's going to do when he turns the ball upfield. In this case, was Trea Turner already thinking before he even got the ball secure in his mitt? Was he already thinking, shovel to third? Was he rushing the play? It would have been close, but I think they would have had the lead runner in that situation. And then Ranger Suarez can take a second there to take a breath as he's got a little bit of breathing room in that situation with a runner on first and second with 1 out. Instead, they don't do that. Even possibly, if it would have been a perfect shovel from Trea Turner, maybe they have an opportunity to get a double play, third to first in that situation. It would have been a 6-5-3 double play. Maybe. But at most, he was going to be able to get that baseball, be able to shovel to Alec Bohm and get the lead runner. There was definitely a play there to be made. Later in the ball game, they were able to get another out there with Kana grounding out to Trea Turner. He was able to get that 1 out. They ended up getting the RBI off the bat of Matt Vierling in that situation. That was the 1-0 score. Ibanez came up there. He got the 2-run single to center field. Pache, I swear Pache had a play. This whole inning was like if Ranger Suarez was going to allow 4 runs in an inning, you would have to think that some things are going to go wrong. So let me wrap up with Trea Turner, number 1. Those are my concerns with Trea Turner, as I previously stated. Number 2, Ranger Suarez. All right, the 4-run 5th inning. Let's get to it here. Okay, you have the misplay there by Turner, as we've covered. What the hell was Suarez doing? To all the young kids, if you're a pitcher, get the hell behind the catcher. Sorry, I don't mean to curse at the show. To all the kids, let me curse at you. No, scoozy. To all the kids, if you're a pitcher, get behind the catcher. What are you doing in front of him? The whole idea is to let them come home. So, Ibanez gets the RBI single to center field, 2-run single, Pache had a play at home. Suarez, for whatever reason, like 4 steps in front of Rafeal Marchan, who's doing his job of covering home. Pache makes a great throw in. It would have been a close play. Again, would he definitely have gotten the out? Don't know. But I know I would have liked to have seen it. It's quite possible they would have gotten the out. But for whatever reason, Ranger Suarez is standing in front of home plate, and he decides to catch the baseball as opposed to let the throw go through all of 4 or 5 more feet and potentially get the play at the plate and not allow that second run to score. So instead of it being a 3-0 ball game, it would have been a 2-0 ball game. And maybe you would have gotten that out. That would have been the second out of the inning there at the plate. Cannon then goes up there and grounds out to short to get the second out of the inning. That would have been the third if you're scoring it like that. And you would have been 2-0 instead of 3-0. And then later, of course, Green steps up there with the RBI triple deep down the right field line. Makes it a 4-0 ball game. And that was that. Rangers Suarez, unfortunately, in that inning, they nearly bat around. 8 guys come to the plate in that 5th inning. Ranger Suarez throws 26 pitches, and maybe 1-2 balls were really hit hard of the 8 batters that came around there. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. You hate to see it to Ranger Suarez. This is his first loss in 29 days. His last loss came on the 26th in Colorado against the Rockies, and that just a hideous series the Phillies played out there in Colorado. But that's the last time he lost, over almost exactly a month ago. So now he drops to 10-2 on the season. His ERA goes above 2.01 now on the season. Still the best in baseball, and who's right behind him there? I think 4th now in all of baseball is Skubal. third. He is now at a 2.32 ERA. Ranger Suarez ahead of Tanner Houck of the Boston Red Sox at 2.18. And that's where we are right now with this Phillies team. So number one, Trea Turner. You okay, bro? Number two, taking a look at Ranger Suarez. And number three, good God, man. I mean, look, I'm a believer in tipping your cap to the other team when they gotcha. And they gotcha tonight. Skubal absolutely had the Phillies number tonight. Cranking up 101-mile-per-hour fastball, as I mentioned, to Kyle Schwarber, painting corners. Sometimes questionable, sure, but Suarez was getting a couple of those calls as well. Skubal was definitely taking advantage of a little bit lower of a strike zone, a little bit wider of a strike zone that the Phillies seem to be getting today from DJ Rayburn behind the plate. But a couple of instances there that he was able to pitch himself out of trouble. He gave up the leadoff walk to Kyle Schwarber, a 3-2 count. 6-pitch at bat. You're thinking, all right, let's get deep into this game let's get deep into counts with this guy. Get him out. He is one of the best pitchers in baseball, and you are facing that lefty. Trea Turner then flies out on the second pitch of his at bat. It was a strike. He would have been down 0-2 in this instance. Flies out to center field. Then Harper grounds into the 4-6-3 double play. An 11-pitch first inning after a 6-pitch first at bat or plate appearance to Kyle Schwarber. So that wasn't going to work out, unfortunately. Second inning, Alec Boehm leads off, swinging at the first pitch, drives to center field, records the first out. Nick Castellanos, whose hit streak came to a close tonight, he 3-pitch strikeout. That was quick work. Edmundo Sosa reaches on an error similar to the night before. This one by Urshela. Lazy throw. I don't know what he was doing. It was one of the laziest throws I've ever seen from third to first in my life. He, lollygagging it is even, he shot-putted it to first base. I don't know what he was expecting there. It bounces. They can't make the play, so they got a 2-out base runner. Merrifield gets a single. You got a runner on first and second with 2 outs. Merrifield's able to reach on a bad play, really, by Perez there at second, I think it was, or at center, excuse me. And then Pache goes up there and unfortunately strikes out after Merrifield was able to steal second base, just like that. Phillies weren't able to get anything going in that inning. A 13-pitch inning. Ranger Suarez is able to get through that second inning, giving up just a hit, and he also balked, but he got out of that. And really no point did you feel like the Phillies were really going to get something going in this other than that inning where Trea Turner in that third inning didn't seem to be able to get around the bases fast enough on that double by Bryce Harper. Harper did come up later in the game in the ninth inning, did hit his 20th home run of the season. That was all well and good. That was great, but everything else in this game just lacked the typical life we are used to from the Phillies. And when you really bring it down, Tarik Skubal was able to just shut down this Phillies offense through and through. Miller was able to do it also in in the later innings there, 8th inning, 9th inning, they closed the door as well, other than the Harper home run. That came in the 8th inning off Foley, and other than that, there's really no life going. Here's my thing. When it comes to Trea Turner, if he is not 100%, and this is a hamstring we're dealing with here, and you already don't have JT Realmuto, and Bryson Stott has actually hit lefties better than he has hit righties this year, then why on God's green earth wouldn't you have Trea Turner? Now, I know it's a different matchup. It's a righty-lefty thing. I get it. But if Trea Turner, if the X factor in this is health, which is very relevant for Trea Turner coming back from the hamstring injury, if he is not 100%, if he's at 85%, if he's at 90%, why is he playing? If you have an opportunity to give him a day off and you have Bryson Stott who can also hit lefties better than righties, why wouldn't Bryson Stott move over to short or Edmundo Sosa play short and Stott stay at second, whatever the case may be, just so you can give Trea Turner that day off? That, for me, would be better than watching Trea Turner gingerly go around second base. That would be better for me. And who knows? Maybe Bryson Stott actually gets that ball in the 5th inning and he's able to record that lead out. Maybe he's able to turn 2 on it. Maybe that's the case. But from top to bottom, I know they're not going to win them all. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. But this was just such an ugly game to watch where you're waiting for somebody on this Phillies team to take advantage of any mistake that was made, whether that was an error with Edmundo Sosa there early in the ball game, whether that was the 2-out double with a runner on first like Trea Turner from Bryce Harper, whatever the case might have been. You were waiting for this Phillies team to be able to capitalize on a mistake made by the Tigers, and they just weren't able to capitalize. And the first thing I thought of, because it came up in yesterday's game as well. The first thing I thought of was, you can't give his team outs. When Edmundo Sosa reached on what should have been the third out of the inning, again, I was also thinking about the possibility of getting those, deep into counts, a lot of pitches, high pitch counts in the inning and all that stuff. They would have been out. He would have been out of that inning. Skubal, he would have been out of that inning at 7 pitches. 7 pitches, he would have been out of that inning. Then they have the error, and he ended up pitching throwing 13 pitches in total. So 6 more pitches, fine. But the Phillies weren't able to capitalize after that. As I mentioned, Sosa reached on the air on the lazy-ass throw by Urshela. And then Merrifield got the single, and then that was that. They shut it down after that. Womp, womp. I don't know what you guys think about this. I'd love to know. Please hit me up in the chat. Let me know. There is one more thing about yesterday's triple play that I will get into, a nice little story regarding Matt Verlander. And if you didn't hear it, Matt Vierling, totally different, car shield, what he had waiting for him in his locker before the game today. We'll get into that in a second. You're Locked On Phillies Postcast. Make sure you hit like and subscribe when you're Locked On Phillies Postcast. My name is Mark Farzetta. We'll be back in a second here on Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel with your Locked On Phillies Postcast. Oh, man, you guys have heard me talking about Tax Network USA here at Locked On Sports Philadelphia, Locked On Phillies Postcast. We pride ourselves on getting you the latest news for your team, whether it's the offseason, the draft, spring training, or the playoffs. It's year-round. You know what else is year-round? Collection season. That's right, taxes. Just because tax season is over doesn't mean the IRS will stop coming after you when it comes to unfiled taxes. Don't let the IRS target you. The IRS can garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, and even seize your property. Let the licensed professionals and tax experts at Tax Network USA go to bat for you. And they did go to bat for me. A couple years ago, many paychecks, couple different bosses. Yeah, things can get a little confusing, apparently, for the people that were handling my accounts. And guess what? They ain't handling them no more. But you know who came to bat for me? Tax Network USA came to bat for me and saved me thousands of dollars. They can do the same thing for you. With over 14 years of experience and a A+ rating, the Better Business Bureau Tax Network USA has saved their clients over $1 billion in tax debt. Whether you owe taxes, have complicated matters like me, that require tax planning, or finally hit that parlay this season, not me yet. Or you need help correctly filing, call 1-800-549-1000 or visit tnusa.com/lockedon. That's tnusa.com/lockedon. And see the link in the episode description below. That's tnusa.com/lockedon. Hey, Supply House, supplyhouse.com. Get supplies from the site that's made for the skilled trades, supplyhouse.com. Supplyhouse.com is the reliable way to order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Shop a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts. Are there even that many parts? That's insane. From over 400 top brands, and get your order delivered right to your door with fast shipping from coast to coast. If you need help with an order, get an expert support and industry-leading service from the friendliest folks in the business, and talk to a real person every time. Pros in the skilled trades get a competitive edge by joining SupplyHouse.com's free Trade Master program. Every Trade Master gets access to a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Join the thousands of trade pros already benefiting from their free membership at supplyhouse.com/TM and order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies from anywhere with just a few clicks at supplyhouse.com. That's supplyhouse.com. So I don't know if you guys heard the story or not during the game, but I know T-Mac mentioned this, and I didn't hear this up until right when they said that they told the story. But apparently, so Matt Vierling's the guy that grounded into the triple play. No thanks to McKinstry, right? Or rather, all thanks to McKinstry in that situation there. So Matt Vierling got to his locker, and there was a bottle of bourbon sitting in his locker with a note on it that said, I think it said something along the lines of, "Thanks for the triple play. Love Knowles." Aaron Nola. Of course, they were both teammates here in Philadelphia. Nola had apparently bought bourbon in Matt Vierling's last spring training with the Phillies. He had bought the entire clubhouse bottles of bourbon. I guess Vierling was traded, so he never got his bourbon. Well, I guess they took this opportunity since they were going to Detroit to make sure Matt Vierling got his bourbon. That's what they did. Aaron Nola made the return from 2022 to make sure Vierling had his bottle of bourbon. Old Car Shield himself. Nola doesn't forget. You owe somebody a gift, you make sure that gift finds their way. Let's see what you guys had to say about this game tonight. I know it was disappointing. Crazy, pathetic overall effort tonight. Yeah, a little bit. It wasn't great. Oh, well, one of those nights when good pitching prevailed. Get him tomorrow. Yeah, now we really set the stage for tomorrow. It's very simple. Spencer Turnbull, go out there, and you be April Spencer Turnbull. That's what you be. You be the guy with the 167 ERA. Thank you very much. John Marinelli, their guy pitched very well. Excuse me, the Phillies didn't exactly seem committed at the plate tonight. Just win the series tomorrow, and it's all good. That's where I'm at, right? That's where I'm at. Christopher Michael, what's going on? Skubal shut us down, and Trea's error cost us. But did they change that to an error? That was not an error. They kept that a hit. Home cooking on the scorecard. Christopher, thank you for reminding me to check that. Yeah, it was a hit. Apparently, it wasn't. Because if Trea Turner gets his mitt on the ball, fields it cleanly, he might have a double play. He at least has the lead runner at third. Ranger Suarez ERA doesn't go above 2. Tell you that much, Hun. Anyway, not you, Christopher Hun, but I'm just saying. 801 Phillies fan, what's going on? Oof. Yeah, that's right. Was hoping for better from Ranger. Yeah, the fourth inning was bad. But like I said, if you're going to tell me Ranger Suarez is going to get taken for 4 earned runs in an inning, or you just tell me this, put it this way. You tell me Ranger Suarez is taken for 4 runs in an inning. I'm thinking, where's the error? Well, the error, 2, well, 1 was a misplay. The other's an error. 1 error is on Trea Turner. Zero doubt about that. The misplay is on Ranger himself, it would have been a play at the plate. Anyway, all right. I already rehashed that, but yeah, that was a bad inning. Julian C., what's going on? This offense sucks on the road. And there's proof. Look at the past 5 road series. 1 good game, 2 bad. Yeah. Yeah, let's go through that real quick, actually. Because this has been pretty terrible when it comes to how this Phillies squad has been on the road. No, that's the full schedule, you idiot. Computers are new to me. All right, here we go. Beep, Bob. All right, here's what I'm looking at here. Ugh, okay. 2 of 3, lose 2 of 3 to Baltimore, lose 2 of 3 to Boston. They split in London town with the Mets, who, yes, did become like the hottest team in baseball. Lose 2 of 3 to San Francisco, lose 2 of 3 to Colorado Rockies. Phillies were 22 games above 500 when they lost that. They were 23 games above 500 going into Colorado. Good Lord. That ain't cool. Don't like that one bit. Where is that other squad at that I've been keeping an eye on? They still on a delay? Postponed. Cardinals and Braves are getting postponed. So it looks like a 7.5 game lead now for the Phillies. But thank you, Julian. Haven't won a road series in over a month. There you go. John Murray, one big thing would probably suffice in this one. Laugh out loud. Just one big thing, and then 1A, 1B. The one big thing is just Phillies getting hit with a dam. I love this song. I saw this earlier. Dr. MP, you agree we suck on the road? I concur with this statement, Doctor. Can't get the basketball. Pitchers forget how to pitch. I don't know. How can you dominate, then just fall apart? Take me home. Take me home. Skubal was great, but Los Tigres It's a beatable team. Sorry, no habla español. Got to take care of business tomorrow. Absolutely. Philly Goat 83. Season is over. Shake my head. Yeah, I mean, sell the team. I mean, this is just sell the team. You know what, though? Here's the one. Oh, God, this is going to be so poly pom-poms. Let me apologize in advance, but here you go. Like, I'm waiting for Skubal to get out of the game. And then I'm like, Philly's going to rock this bullpen, right? Huh? You can't get Ranger a loss? What the hell's the matter with you? And they got Ranger a loss. And that's how that went. Not great. Not great. Lots of games left. Thank you, Dr. P. I agree. I was looking him up the other day. He just got Nick Maton got DFA'd. It was him and Vierling that went over there to Detroit for Gregory Soto, of all people. Lots of games left. Hey, there you go. Jonathan Harvey. All right. Since Dombrowski loves Tigers players, he should sign Skubal from Detroit, give them back Casty and Soto. Yeah, that'll be easy. Guy with the third best ERA. I know you're being facetious, but like that'd be Dave Dombrowski. Well, why don't you do it? You should just do it. That's my Dave Dombrowski. It's kind of like Jimmy Stewart, but anyway. Yeah, that's where we're at. So when we come back, we're going to take a look at this game tomorrow. Spencer Turnbull on the bump for the Phils against the Detroit Tigers. We'll see how they come back. Come back with fury against this hapless Detroit Tigers team. Back in a second. Locked On Phillies postcast. Treat yourself, ladies and gentlemen, to some great times with Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest, most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on Prize Picks, it's you. It's just you against the numbers. How about that? All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on a daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today. With the finals over, hoops action doesn't stop when we talk about women's basketball. Still heating up. You got stars, Caitlin Clark. You got Angel Reese. All that going on. You guys can have some good times with that. Prize Picks is available in more than 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Download the Prize Picks app today and use promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's just that easy. Once again, Locked On MLB for Prize Picks at Prize Picks on the Prize Picks app. Locked On MLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks. Download the app. Pick more. Pick less. It's just that easy. Here's what we got going on tomorrow afternoon, 1:10 start time. Just something to be aware of. Apparently, weather's going to be a thing in the Motor City tomorrow. Tonight into tomorrow, we'll see whether or not that actually affects the Phillies and whether or not they're able to get their 53rd win of the season. They go into the 1:10 start time tomorrow, 52-27. Tigers now 37-42 on the year. Spencer Turnbull in the starting rotation yet again. The Tigers have yet to announce their starting pitcher for tomorrow's game. Spencer Turnbull will be going at it tomorrow with a 2.63 ERA on the season. That's what he's cooking up. Through the month of April, Spencer Turnbull made 6 starts in April. That's the last time he made a start in April. He had a 1.67 ERA and was 2-0 in those 6 starts. He threw 32 and a third innings. He allowed just 3 home runs. He only walked 10 in those 6 starts, which is not great, but still, the guy coming back from injury is still pretty damn good. But a 1.67 ERA, 2-0 over that span. Ever since then, not as good, but still pretty damn good as a starting pitcher. So he'll be back in the rotation for the Phillies officially tomorrow. I can't wait. I know you can't wait. Hopefully guiding the Phillies to a series victory over the Detroit Tigers and get off the schneid when it comes to road series and road series losses. for this Philadelphia Phillies squad. And something to keep in mind before the All-Star break, and I know we talked about this yesterday, but just to touch on it one more time, holy Stromboli. They got the Tigers to finish up tomorrow, then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Marlins. Hopefully you can rack up some wins right there. And then tough series, the next 6 games you play. Cubs, Braves in Chicago, in Atlanta, and then you host the LA Dodgers in South Philadelphia before hosting the Oakland A's. That's where we're at, folks. Start the winning streak tomorrow. Let's get to it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. My name is Mark Farzetta. This is the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Your Locked On Phillies postcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Appreciate all the support you guys have been giving this new channel all year long. Be back with you guys tomorrow afternoon to break down your Phillies, hopefully victory over the Tigers. See you guys then. Have a great rest of your night. See ya.